Chapter 14. Breached. At the Great Valley Wall, Spike and Tippy kept an eye out before the dawn. By the area, a large conch shell was rigged, a warning signal to warn those below. All was calm, quiet, the pair seeing the flyers return from their aerial patrol. "Wonder if they saw anything?" Tippy asked aloud, to which Spike shrugged. "With luck, we'll be able to get a snack pretty soon." And Spike let out an agreeable grunt. The flyers drew closer and closer, Tippy noticing they dove fast, heading their way. As the flyers came upon them, Tippy gasped, for they weren't leaf eaters, but were carnivore flyers. Swarming over them, Spike and Tippy swung their great spiked tails, striking the air as the flyers were speedy, flapping in a circle to peck or scratch them. "We have to warn the valley!" Tippy shut his eyes, lowering his head as a set of taloned claws scratched at his face, trying to blind him. Spike grunted, and Tippy gasped when Spike bolted headlong into the flock, taking the brunt of the attack, allowing Tippy time to get to the conch. Wounds dripping, legs and body sore, Tippy ambled slowly toward the shell. Once he was there, he lifted his head, preparing to blow, only for a female flyer to come crashing down upon it, breaking it apart. "No!" Tippy moved backwards, bumping into Spike, who was worse off than he was, having great gashes along his body. "Spike!" Unable to keep his body up, Spike collapsed, huffing weakly. "Spike, I'm here! I'm right here!" Tippy nuzzled his cheek against Spike's head as the flyers circled above them. Shadows moved over the pair, Tippy leaning against Spike, unsure what to do, how to save them. Furiosa and the other flyers set to work, removing the great boulders, knowing time was of the essence. When the entrance was half cleared, Immortan jumped over the rock, approaching the spike-tailed couple. "Communication has been cut off. Do we kill them?" "Of course. End them quickly. We must get in before the bright circle rises and reveals us." Immortan looked at the pair. "I hope you're friends with that wimp of a Sharptooth. It'll make taking your lives all the more rewarding." Lifting his claw hand, Immortan slashed at the pair. As the invasion took place, none of the members of the Great Valley were aware of the danger, sleeping soundly. In the secret caverns, Chomper rose early, looking over the young, who were kept there for safety. Allie's herd standing guard to oversee the elderly, unhatched nests and their mothers. Fang, Swimmer, Thorn, Star, Junior, and Claw were heaped in a large pile, becoming close over their training. "They look peaceful." Ruby stood by Chomper, glancing to the sky as he sniffed. "What's wrong?" "Something seems off." "Let's go talk with Littlefoot and Sarah." Ruby patted Chomper's arm, carrying her bow in the other. The pair left the slumbering young, finding it was quiet, very still. Just as the bright circle rose, shadows darted about, coming upon the weapons, Immortan lifting a bow, before snapping it. Those who joined him did the same. "Without these toys, the leaf eaters don't stand a chance." Turning to Furiosa, he grinned. "You know what to do. Take half the troop. It's time I visited this gang of 7. "Yes, Immortan. I'll let you know when all is set." Flapping, Furiosa took a large group and headed toward the secret caverns. With the bright circle up fully, Fang rose, which woke the others. Swimmer yawned and reached for his axe. Thorn and Star turned over, not wanting to rise just yet. Junior sat up, rubbing his neck as Claw tied his weapons to his hands. "Right, shall we go eat?" "As long as I'm not on the menu, yeah." "Don't worry, she doesn't eat junk food." "Ha ha. Least I'm not tough." "No, that would be Thorn." Shushing them, Fang lifted her head. All were silent, unsure what had Fang on edge. Then, from above, Flyer attacked Fang, who roared and spun, Thorn waking fully to roll himself and Star away from the large feet. Swimmer gasped and lifted his axe, only for a flyer to strike at him. "We're being invaded!" Thorn shouted. We have to warn our parents! Junior grabbed for his spear, spinning it about his body to keep the swarm of flyers away. I'll go! But Claw, we have to stay together! We don't have time! We have to tell our parents! They're invading now! Before a flyer could touch Claw, Star lifted and sent a rock to knock the flyer aside. Go, brother! We'll warn Aunt Allie and Uncle Shorty! Take care! Remember Aunt Sarah's training! Claw jumped and cut a flyer out of his way, vanishing into the thicket to keep from being attacked by the aerial raid. Fang swung her tail, relieving herself of the several. The commotion woke Allie, Rhett, Shorty, and Trisha. The adults left the large caverns to see what was happening, being the protectors of those who could not fight. Sharptooth, they're invading here! The kids, they slept out there, Shorty added. We need to go out there, Trisha put in. I don't think that's happening. Why would you say that, Allie? Because we're surrounded. Out of the cover of shadows, large, lumbering Sharptooth appeared, though they were shocked when other Sharptooth approached, being loyalists of Chomper. Allie glanced from the small group to the invaders, to Immortan's pack. With the only line of defense for the older, eggs and their mothers, not to mention the other younglings. Allie took a steady breath. We can't let them pass, no matter what. There was a chattering, Shorty glancing around for the source of the noise, only to discover it came from Rhett. Hey, you all right, pal? Between his chattering of teeth, Rhett managed to get out. I have a fear of Sharptooth. My father was killed by Red Claw. As a kid, to combat this fear, I made up ridiculous stories about how I fought Sharptooth to protect the herd. Hero of the herd is what I called myself. Well, it's time to be a hero now, and we're here for you. You're not alone. Yes, Rhett. Be the brave Longneck. I've always believed you were. Hey, Shorty. Trisha cut in, seeing the Sharptooth close in. Yeah? Maybe when all this is over, if we survive, I'd like to join you in your herd. Shorty swallowed hard, never realizing how pretty Trisha was. She was slightly younger than he was, being Sarah's sister and a dear friend of his. I'd really like that. I always had a thing for three horns. Yeah, well, father would be upset that yet another of his daughters liked a long neck. Ready yourselves, Allie ordered. Charging forward, both sides clashed in a mesh of limbs. The long necks swung their great tails, smacking the Sharptooth aside. Trisha lowered her head and rammed into a group of fast biters, sending them airborne. Even the loyal Sharptooth yanked or helped the Leaf Eaters out, tackling the Immortan's army. Fending off the flyers, the kids sought shelter in the brush, able to see the pack fighting to enter the secret caverns. Swimmer shook his head, while Star gasped and leaned into Thorn, who frowned. Now what? We have to help them. Only to be tackled from the side by a large feathered Sharptooth. Fang! Swimmer lifted his axe and swung madly, doing his best to help Fang out. Star, you have to use your powers! Thorn turned to her with desperation in his eyes. But father told me. Lives will be lost. I believe in you. I love that special part of you. I know you can save us. Now you must believe in yourself. What are you two talking about? Star, please. Okay, I will try. The three watched Fang and Swimmer, along with the adults, wondering what Immortan's true goal was. Why would he send a troop to attack those unable to fight? In truth, all wondered what Immortan's end goal was.